Today I was out in the canyon and I was collecting seed and I was experiencing a number of interesting, beautiful contacts with nature, such as eating figs, touching fruit trees and feeling the fruit for softness, for the right texture. It's also instinctive. This searching for a piece of fruit with your fingers, feeling how ripe it is. It's beautiful. So that whole sort of sensuous experience of being out in the countryside and also gathering seed, collecting seed from native flora, and all the reflections that go with it, about the potency of information stored in a seed. Seed as knowledge, as concentrated knowledge, you know, far more advanced than our microchips, far more advanced than any of today's human sciences, in many ways, because it is able to reproduce the whole morphology of a new plant, a plant that has all the previous information of generations, modifications, adaptations, all that incredible intelligence, all that incredible adaptation and interaction with the rest of the other species. And when I'm gathering seed, I always ask myself, why are you gathering seed, Ellie? Why are you collecting so much of this stuff? What are you really planning to do with it? And I really don't know. What's all this seed for? Why am I gathering all this seed? Who will I meet that will be the recipient of all this seed? Who am I gathering this seed for? Is it for me? Is it for some utopian vision of some kind of restitution of the correct, balanced interaction between human and nature? Is that what I'm fighting for by collecting all this seed? And I realize, yes, I am. I am fighting. I am fighting. I am fighting. I'm expressing from my little corner. I'm expressing to people here my perception that we must find the richness in our lives, in our interaction with the richness of our planet, its beauty, natural beauty, natural intelligence, and the poetry in it. How can flowers not be poetry? We are poetry. As human beings, we are poetry. We are love, we are pain, we are smiling, we are suffering, we are young, we are old. We are poetry. We are this evanescent poetry. So are flowers, so are trees, so are the seasons. So is everything. Why not include more of that beautiful poetry of the ecosystems, that beautiful integrity, that face of Gaia? Why not include that more in our ways of life? Why must we have cities that go against nature? Foods that go against nature? Medicines that go against the truth of healing in nature, the truth of integrity, and of a higher integrity between human and the environment. But the thing is that I don't find a sense of alliance and working together with too many people around me. I'm sort of a social misfit, I come from a deficient social matrix, let's say. I am deficiently developed socially. I tend to be isolated. I have a tendency to think in isolation, to exist in isolation, to create music in isolation, to think in isolation. And there is, because of all this isolation, a certain tendency to distrust society, or the society of others, except for my very few, very dear friends, with whom I have all this intimacy and trust already built. So there's that. And then sometimes when I'm out there gathering seed, I also think there may be more to reality than what we see. I have the feeling sometimes that we must start sort of collectively opening up to contact, because I think it may be something that is needed by other entities up there in space. I think it may very well be the case that they're waiting for us to show actually some will to contact, some readiness as a species, to establish some kind of connection, and as a species and as individual entities, I think, sometimes maybe we fear the unknown. We don't want to be delving into the unknown or integrating the unknown into our concept of reality. We prefer to have our common sort of workable perceptions, and we forget that there's a lot out there we don't know. We don't know what's in all the galaxies and what's in all the planets and what's everywhere. Where did all this life come from? Where did whatever it is that's hiding in each seed, all that information, all that will to live, whatever it is, that force, life, what is life? What is this seed in my hand? Who am I? Why am I intelligent? Why am I maybe stupid? What are the boundaries of what I see and what I don't, Who am I ultimately, Am I some kind of social seed? Will I convince some people during my lifetime of considering more equality between the species that co-inhabit in a given place? Consider more balance, more harmony? Consider environmental balance as an unsuspected source of a very grand cultural revival, golden age for humanity. Why not? I mean, nature is so beautiful. There's so much beauty in it. We don't have to keep it in the category of a type of inert matter to be exploited by us, you know. It is so much more than that. And we are so much more than that as beings, as entities. You know, we are. We can think, we can choose, we can interact, we have a will, we can grow, we can explore, we can observe, we can be open. We can be open. So what I do out there when I'm gathering seeds, sometimes I pray, you know. I pray. Or I call out. I call out to the heavens. And I say things like, Bonvolu helpu, Sevipovas bonvolu helpu. Uh, Sevipovas helpu. You guys, whoever is out there, the blue Pleiadians, Krishna, Buddha, Dharma, karma, life, whatever is, let there be help, let there be collaboration, let there be growth, let there be respect, let there be coexistence, let there be compassion between beings. Let us be happy. So I get lost in my thoughts.